Welcome to the second episode of Pandora's Box with me and Mikey Sutton. So, if you're one of my regular metalhead listeners to the Witching Hour, this is not the Witching Hour. This is my more geek-centered soul. You know where my mind's at. Show that is more about kind of like me and Mikey talk about cool old geek culture stuff, and we're gonna talk about modern geek culture stuff too. So let's bring the man on, man. Let's get Mikey in the room.
I tell you, man, that opening and the music, it's gonna remind you of the midway point of issue 3 of Dreamwalker because
Oh shit,
it's
high octane,
full.
huh?
Oh my god, it's full on high octane. Um, once you see Silver and Alice, um, when the local vampires start attacking them, all
Uh
goes to
huh.
hell. All goes to
Oh
hell.
really?
And you, and it's you read the comic book and it's completely unexpected that all of a sudden it becomes this full on action book like midway through. It's insane. I just love writing it. Um, I've been playing a lot of White Zombie while I was writing those scenes just to get really pumped up. I mean, it's really, really pumped up. If you guys thought issue 2 was action packed, no, issue 3 blows it away. Um,
Oh damn, because I really like issue two.
oh yeah, the issue 3 when that let me give you a little spoiler here. So Silver is picking up his stash of comics, um, and they get attacked by local vampires. But you have Alice like ripping out somebody's tongue. I mean, it's pretty violent, like through the ceiling of the car, right? I mean,
Oh
oh
man.
yeah, yeah, she just rips out the tongue, and then they attack the comic book store, and so Silver is like fighting. Silver is fighting like 3 or 4 vampires. It just goes totally ballistic. And then Thibaut shows up. And it's just, yeah,
Oh my
it
lord.
is just nonstop. And then Dreamwalker shows up, and you're just a third act is in the second act of this book. Okay, but normally the third act, I put it in the second act, kind of twisted things around. And then the last act is very dark. It's very Nightmare on Elm Street. Again, it switches. So,
Oh man. So Nightmare. I love Nightmare on Elm Street. So
yeah, it's very
I'm
Nightmare on Elm
excited.
Street. It's very demented, twisted, but that middle sequence, man, I had a lot of fun writing that. Feels like something I have been dreaming about writing since I was a kid. Like having that superhero action scene.
Yeah,
Like when
yeah.
you're a kid, where you're all pumped up when you get to that scene, right? And for the first time, this is just super powered people like fighting each other. Which I haven't done before. Like, she's fighting those zombie girls, but this is she's fighting all these monsters. I mean, it's
So
crazy.
she's taken on Sill's group of vampires and the local group of vampires.
Yeah, and to vote at the same time. So
Oh,
she's a confrontation with all these, and then she's chasing after. She's hunting Thibaut down. Silver just gets caught in the equation because Thibaut is trying to create chaos, which he said in issue 2. I'm
yeah.
starting a war, you know,
Hmm.
and he's making all these like monsters like fight one another to distract them from his plan, which is I won't ruin it. It's demented.
Oh, I can't wait for this. This is gonna be
Yeah, no,
wild.
I'm having a ball, dude. So I guess that music there, if there's a soundtrack for it, that'd be the soundtrack for it.
I'll just send you a copy of that so you
Yeah,
can just
get you pumped up, man.
just loop and play it while you're
There you
writing.
go. How's
Yeah.
everybody going? Everybody doing tonight? Great to see you guys all here tonight.
Yeah, it looks like chat's doing well. Hey, look at this.
Awesome.
We got our favorite retro girl here, retro
Hey,
nerd girl. She's in the chat. We got Domain in the chat. We got Socks. Bat Dan's in the chat. Lots of
yeah,
people in here today.
it's very meta that Dan. Yeah.
Retro Girl Norm says, "Awesome, good to see
Oh,
you,
she
Retro."
has a great cameo in issue the Retro Nerd Girl does, and
Oh, did you hear
oh,
that,
no,
Retro?
Retro Nerd Girl's a cameo in issue 3. And
Ooh,
no one knows who she is. They just think that she's just this girl in the crowd there. Actually, she's actually sitting at the cold table. And You don't
Yeah,
realize. I
skeptical.
mean, we know, but other people don't know. Like this character is gonna play a significant role later on in the series overall.
Oh
You
wow.
just think that, oh, okay, it's a little cameo. You don't realize it becomes something else. So
So that's what I like about what you're doing with Dreamwalker is you always do a little preview. You know,
yeah,
you do your little
foreshadowing
yeah,
and
your little cameo and foreshadowing and what to come. But not all, just gonna give you a little preview.
yeah, well, so
Oh
the
yeah, she's
idea is there.
excited for that.
Oh yeah, and yeah, it's just I think I can't wait till you see the cameo retro because it's in the Cool Table. I mean, it's a restaurant called the Cool Table. Um, and there's a little portrait of Sky in the background, and it says our
The
founder.
the founder of the cool table.
Yep, very
Correct.
meta, very meta. But you
A portrait of Sky too. I love it.
know.
Oh, that's
But
great.
speaking of Dreamwalker, I want to congratulate Alicia and Nava, who's on the front page of comicbookmovie.com today.
Yeah, let me try to
Yeah,
find something
yeah.
here. Here we go.
There she is.
There she is.
It's the funny part is that I never saw this picture when I turned her into a vampire in Dreamwalker. I had no idea this even existed. This picture
Oh, so
was
you've never
taken.
seen this picture
Nope,
before?
never, never.
Wow.
I just I just knew that Sil Dolo, YouTube co-host of mine, I made him a vampire, and I thought, I'm gonna put Alicia in here. I'll give him a bodyguard because he's trying to hide his identity as a vampire. Um, so I'll give him a bodyguard to pretend that he's not powerful enough to fight, bad guys who really try to attack him because he's famous. So I created Alice, and I said, hey, well, if she's a bodyguard, if she's a bodyguard, she's gonna be a vampire too. So okay, and I had no idea that she had that picture. Picture. I had no idea she had. My microphone's acting up again. So I had no
Yeah, it's
idea
fine.
she had a picture of her taken as a vampire. I thought this was pretty wild.
So again, to repeat, this is on comicbookmovie.com. Front page, Alicia Nava talks about inspiring the Alice character in Dreamwalker, the comic book.
Yeah.
Who's a vampire? Mikey had never seen this picture of her
Nope.
as a vampire. And look at that. Looks perfect. I mean, it looks
Looks perfect.
excellent.
It looks like it was taken from the comic book. I mean, it looks like it was taken from the comic book. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Like I would
Looked
have
like she
never.
just got her hands on some betas right there and you know, it,
There you go. There
the
you
best days are behind them.
go. There's some beta blood there.
Yeah, yeah. High on the blood of betas.
It's so
Right. Yeah,
cool
it's high.
that I woke up this morning, Necron, and
Uh-huh.
I saw the Snyder, the Snyder tease,
Well, we're gonna talk about that, but we'll get into that in a few.
and so I saw that, and I'm like, I wonder if comicbook.com has done an article on it yet. I went on there, and the first thing I see is Alicia on the front page.
Isn't that crazy? He goes looking for some Snyder news and he doesn't even know, and he sees the Alicia on the front page. Crazy. And Dreamwalker too. It's a Dreamwalker story on top of that.
Your story on top of it, it's like wow. I wonder what it feels like for her. I mean, this is like completely new territory for her.
Uh-huh. Oh,
It's,
I'm sure. I mean, it must be pretty surreal, You're just, doing your thing, your daily routine, and all of a sudden your picture's on the front page of comic book movie news.
yeah, Okay, well, what am I saying? I've never been the front page of comicbookmovie.com before until today. What am I saying? Like, wait a minute, I've never been on the front page either. I've been tucked in there, but not in the front.
Yeah, to have your actual picture on the front is kind of big news. So congrats to
Yeah,
Alicia for
it's
sure.
for an aspiring actress. Yeah, and also congratulations to Sil, who's her.
Still has some they talk about Sil Abdul in there as well, right? I think Mikey's mic is having problems, but he'll be back.
I don't know what I don't have this issue with Restream, and then I'm using a different laptop now. I'm still having the same issue. Um,
Oh,
yeah, and so anyway, so yeah, they mentioned Sil, they mentioned Rogues Gallery in there, which is great.
ah,
Um,
yeah, they're awesome.
but just everything is just the momentum is just insane right now, Necron. It's just there's no stopping this, and
Oh, that's what we need.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy, dude.
And we haven't even shot one scene from the TV show yet, but we're getting nice coverage. That's perfect.
Yeah, a
Love it.
lot. Yeah, so this is great. This everything is building up, and so it's just really great news.
Yeah, organic is a lot better than fake. So when things are building up
There you
organically,
go. Yeah.
it just you can't beat it. You can't stop
Mhm.
it. It's a real thing.
Mhm.
Speaking of organic, I want to play something real quick. Let me find
Sure.
it, and then we'll discuss. I believe it's right here. Let's watch this for a second,
Okay.
and we're gonna come back and talk about it.
April 28th, 29th, and 30th. Save the date. April 28th, 29th, and 30th. Save the date.
My God. That is just
Wow.
the coolest shit, man. That is the
Wow.
coolest shit.
Doesn't it sound awesome too? And
It sounds incredible. I mean, that's how you do marketing, okay? That is marketing. That is the most genius marketing.
isn't it? That's how you do it
That's how
perfectly.
you do it perfectly. I mean, it's just absolute genius.
Because it's
Um,
cryptic, but then it says dark, Lord Darkseid incoming message.
yeah, yeah,
So I think we can say this, Mikey. That is from Zack. Some reason y'all don't know. That's from Zack Snyder's
yeah.
Twitter this morning. He posted that tweet.
But I thought Zack has moved on. That I thought he's moved
Oh,
on.
I thought he had no interest. He's totally happy about Rebel Moon, which is is going to rule. We all know that. I love how they try to twist it into like we don't care about Rebel Moon. That's total
Necron,
nonsense.
that's no moon.
But that's not Rebel Moon. That is DC. And I'm beginning to think, is that Cyborg's eye or
It
something?
looks
Getting
like
that?
it looks like a cyborg's eye. When you have dark side, voiceover there, you got his name mentioned. Like, there's no, I'm not interested.
No, I'm not interested. I moved on.
But
Remember when a
DC,
certain
yeah.
guy spoke for him and said he moved on and he's doing his own thing.
Yeah, so yeah, Dark Side is named by Barber actually, right? Getting my haircut at April 20, come on, man.
He's like, "Oh, I moved on. Watch this. Boom.
Boom.
Message from Darkseid telling you to save the dates." Now, a lot of speculation is that's Justice Con. Zack Snyder's
Yeah,
con for this date.
hold on.
Sure. So a lot of people think that's Zack Snyder's Justice Con, and I'm pretty sure it has something to do with it. But the whole full circle message that he put on there too is like, that's wild. I mean, is it full circle for Justice Con or is it full circle for you know Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3? That's what we're hoping. We're hoping there'll be some type of message there. And if I don't know if Mikey's back, but if you kind of hear "Don't Stop" at the very beginning, you hear something going, "Don't stop." So I'm thinking that's for the the campaign to keep pushing the sell Snyderverse to Netflix. And like Retro says here, whatever it is, I want it. Yeah, I'm saving those dates. That's for sure. It seems kind of weird to promote a convention, with almost just a little over a month from that date. But who knows what's going on? We'll find out. But we got to save the date. What's up, Lau? Hope you're doing well.
It's microphone. I swear to God.
Are you ready to?
Now hold on a second.
Okay. So we are saving the date. April, what was it? 27, 28, or 28, 29, 30th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's SnyderCon.
So it is SnyderCon for sure.
Yeah. Well, it's the word convention. I mean, it's really a meet and greet, right? And a screening of his films. I did hear that they will include a screen. They will have a screening of the Snyder Cut.
Would that be the first time that it's been in an actual theater?
That would be, I believe.
Because I haven't heard of
Have
any
you guys
other time.
I haven't heard of a previous screening. And the question is, though, will it be the Emerald Cut?
Oh, I didn't even think about that, Mikey.
That is the question.
Oh, because that would be perfect. That would really give a nice incentive.
I mean,
they're putting the whammy on your microphone.
I think he is. Of all days too. Well, I hired myself to do. Dude, come on, man. Was it like 20 minutes after Snyder's announcement? Like an hour, maybe?
Oh God, yeah. That no one cares about. I mean, let's be honest. He's not going to get any type of Snyder traction. Snyder's trending already with this.
I mean, that was the most awesome announcement. Snyder's not guns.
Here's what we gotta love about Zack. Guns, of course, he was front and center of his message. Remember that he had months together. Zack puts together this little thing, all graphics and not all about him, and it just blows everyone's mind. Of course, I mean he does have his dark side on there, Ray Lewis. So that's awesome. I was like, wow, what is this? But I still think, Mikey, this is all leading to something.
I know. I agree with you. I think it's more than just SnyderCon. I mean, the fact they had Darkseid on there.
He had to get some type of permission, right, to use Darkseid?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
And I think that looks like Cyborg's.
Looks like Cyborg's eye. And remember, even in the Snyder Cut, Cyborg, when he got that kind of vision from Apocalypse, the future, so he would be the one I would think would receive the message.
So, Source just told me right now that Ray Fisher's going to be at the event.
Wow, that's huge.
Breaking news.
Ray Fisher, bro? Are you serious?
So, yeah, Ray Fisher's going to be there.
Blood Axe will be there in person.
And I bet I bet Snyder's gonna bring some Rebel Moon footage with him. He's got to. The perfect.
Oh
time.
Man, that'd be a perfect platform.
I don't know where this event's gonna take place. That thing is gonna sell out quickly.
Oh, dude, can you imagine? I guess I have no idea where it will be, but save the date. I wonder if it'll be transmitted live cast too, though. I would hope
probably so. It'll probably take place where the original from 2019 took place.
Yeah,
it's alma mater, right? So maybe that's where it's gonna. I'm just guessing here.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We're all guessing at this point.
All I know is that Ray Fisher apparently is going to be at this thing.
So that. It's safe to say that's confirmed. Ray Fisher will be there.
Not official.
Not official, but
it's from a good source, and they're breaking news. Okay, so.
Well, how freaking awesome is that?
The timing. Okay, let's just put it this way: the timing of Zack's announcement right before Shazam, dude. Come on, that's a little shade, man. It's gotta be. None of this can be. Is any of this is coincidence? because
Nothing is coincidence with Zack Snyder, as I come to learn. That's
you know,
I don't think he was like, oh shoot, I didn't realize, this is Shazam's weekend.
I mean, so does Shazam? Okay, does Shazam have any? When is the previews for Shazam? Is it tonight or tomorrow?
I wouldn't
Like,
even know. Probably you definitely pay attention to
I don't
Shazam.
give a shit. That's why
I'll watch it on HBO Max when it happens. That's probably
I get confused now because before they would have the midnight screening the day before, right? Now they had the whole 6 p.m. thing, and like, what day does it fall on now?
okay. We're getting a question from Domain. He's asking, do you have the other video with Ben's, Ray, and Ezra's voice? I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you. Is there another video they put out? With Ben's voice? Because that's huge.
That's crazy. If Ben shows up with this thing.
Well, Zachary Levi, I think that video he did just sealed his fate. I don't know what he was thinking, why he even felt necessary to do that. I mean, I guess he was trying to, pump up his job or something, but wow. Not smart move, Zachary. And now you got a taste of how Snyder gets you back without even trying.
Well, on Rogue's Gallery, I said that, no, it's just last night. I said my exhibitor friend told me that Shazam is now projecting for an opening of 24 million.
Oh.
And Box Office Pro today confirmed it. Okay, they said that the low end they're projecting is 24 million plus. So
24 million. That's a disaster for a movie of that. Yeah, for a movie of that like caliber.
And they're all saying it's on the low end of DC openings, so one of the lowest. I mean,
well, and what did Black Adam open with? Like 35 or something?
It's more than that, wasn't it?
Was I don't remember. Someone in there in the audience remember in the chat. Let us know. But I thought it was like 35, 40 or something.
I think it was 40 something, wasn't it? Was it 47?
Chat. Well, give me a second. Let me try something here real quick.
Can't be that low.
Not as low as this. And usually when they project, isn't it usually lower than what they even project?
No, when they project, it's usually they're optimistic. Like 35 million is the high end. The low end is 24.
Okay. It was an estimated 67 million, so I was way off.
Wow, that's a huge drop off, man. Huge.
Wow.
Whew. My God. Ouch.
I don't even know. It's not very electrifying, Shazam.
Yeah, there's no lightning there, man.
That's terrible. Wow. I didn't even think of I knew it'd be bad, but that's wow. And then Zack getting everybody pumped up for Justice League. Taking all Shazam's thunder.
For all
if there was any.
Yeah, there's no love and no thunder in there, Necron.
But got him.
No, it's gonna get Ragnarok at the box office, okay.
Oh man.
For all those haters out there going after Ant-Man, that movie is gonna get 215 million in the US, okay? Shazam will be doing cartwheels.
They would love those numbers. They would do cartwheels for that to happen.
This is a major. Okay, here's a funny part, Necron. So knowing that the film is going to open pretty poorly, so Warner's comes out and says that, well, the budget's only 100 million for this movie. Right. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
No, I think they had to spend a little more than that. And still, 24 million, even if it was 100 million, that's still a disaster.
Yeah. I mean, it's just I'm not gonna see it. No interest.
I have no interest in seeing it.
What I did, like I was on Rogue's Gallery, and I did say that one of my insiders told me that he did enjoy the film very much. Doesn't mean I'll like it, but one person liked it.
Yeah, I mean,
a question
would.
for you.
Okay.
What's the Rotten Tomatoes on it right now? Do you know? Because the embargo lifted at 3:00 today, and I haven't checked.
Let me take a look. Shazam 2 Rotten Tomatoes. Give me 1 second.
All right.
Shazam 2 Rotten Tomatoes. $68.
That's pretty low.
Yeah, that's the critics. No audience scores, obviously, but yeah. Well, okay. Let me just.
That's a surprisingly low score from what I was told by. I'm kind of surprised.
Here we go. Let me pop that up there. There you go. 68.
Wow.
And I thought the critics were loving this film.
Yeah, I thought so too. I mean, I know that's fresh, but that's gonna drop. It's gonna drop to 68.
Oh yeah, they never usually go up from there. They usually go.
No, that's usually a bad sign.
Yeah.
That makes it worse then, because
I shouldn't laugh like that, but
yeah, go ahead, dude. It's just me.
This guy came out, and Zack, they tried, it just didn't work out. So like what? That always rubbed me wrong when he did that little.
Oh, that is a low score, man. Keep in mind that's just how many reviews? 64 or 44? What does that say? 44.
44.
That's gonna get lower because we haven't got to the big critics yet. And didn't Shazam have 80% or something like that? It was a pretty high RT score at the time.
Yeah, that I don't know.
No, I don't. Dude, it's lucky if it gets 24 million with this score. Wow.
What was some BS was when Black Adam had the great audience score, but the low critic score, which kind of stunk because people who were seeing it were enjoying it.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed the hell out of Black Adam. It was a great film.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go on record and say, oh, it's the greatest comic movie I ever saw, but it's a good movie. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed what they were setting up. It looked like it was really gonna,
wow.
I mean, come on, the cliffhanger with Superman. I mean, with Henry, that was the greatest thing we've seen in years for DC that happened in a movie.
Oh man, it was, and the divide between the critics and audiences on that one was pretty sad. They really, I don't think the critics wanted to like that movie anyway. You know what I mean?
It's almost like they were encouraged not to like it, right? It just doesn't seem like what? Ain't that bad? Oh yeah, hey, what Sin says here, get those likes up and share and spread, and make sure you like the channel too, because me and Mikey are be doing Pandora's box. We're gonna try to do it, once a week. So.
Oh yeah, no, we are. It's and we're gonna have some bombs today, so it's gonna get more exciting.
Oh yeah, we're just kind of gloating on. It's just say I'm not kind of doing this
help
thing.
This just feels good, man. Like I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Feels like victory.
Little Flight of the Valkyries in the background. Da, 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 da.
No, our dice. No, that wasn't. No, it was okay. The insider who liked Shazam 2 was actually a Snyder fan. He actually likes Snyder. He's an overall DC fan. But he said that he said Shazam 2 is better than the first one.
Well, that's good news.
Which means that what is it's half suck more.
Doesn't suck as bad.
That's not really a high praise there. That's saying, like, well, uh, cat shit sounds as bad as dog shit. You know what I mean?
How would you read that? Pick your poison, right? Do you want
Poison,
you want to
lesser
vomit
of-
all night, or do you want diarrhea all night? Which one's
it's-
better?
Yeah, is it lesser of two evils? Like, was it Gunga Din versus Stalin? I mean, like,
Well, you too. I hate it because he doesn't even play. I'm gonna say it proper. He doesn't even play Captain Marvel like how Captain Marvel is portrayed in the comics.
yeah, he doesn't.
I mean,
he doesn't.
it's like they saw big, like that's it.
Yeah.
This is make this guy with superpowers, and that's what they did. Because when he turns into Captain Marvel, aka Shazam, he's supposed to have the wisdom of Solomon.
And he doesn't.
No, he acts worse than Billy Batson.
You know what he is, Necron? He's wacky. He's wacky.
He's very wacky. He's very wacky.
You know what it reminds me of? I'm telling you what Shazam reminds me of. It's like a pale version of Greatest American Hero.
Oh
And
my God, I didn't even think of that.
You can't unsee that now, can you? You can't unsee it now.
That is the blueprint they use.
Blueprint.
Yes.
Yeah, get the red costume on,
All you young guys, go YouTube Greatest American Hero after you watch this, and you'll know exactly what we're talking about here.
And it doesn't have the song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because that was a great song.
The best song for a superhero, right?
Yes.
But
Greatest American Hero. Believe it or not.
Yeah, that's a great song. I mean, but there's no Bob Culp in this film, and there's not that central character. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big budget Greatest American Hero.
Yeah, all guys like us, we've seen it before, right? We saw the Greatest American Hero for free.
Yeah.
And that
was it on ABC?
It was
right?
ABC, exactly. William Catt, who was in Carrie, by the way, another horror movie. There you go.
I laugh at you. I love
that. And we've seen that before, dude. And at least Greatest American Hero was an original character created for television, right?
Yes.
They didn't take a serious character like Shazam, made him wacky,
Wacky Shazam.
Yeah, he loves manual too. Oh, Fox, that was a great show, wasn't it? I mean, I loved that show as a kid.
Yeah,
it was so much fun. It was a funny show. I remember
it's actually more entertaining than the movie Shazam.
It is totally more entertaining.
Yep.
That was supposed to be funny. I mean, it was.
And it was. It made you laugh. It was a good time. Like, I don't know, man. It's just Shazam could be a really cool character, but they just, like Lau said, they just went wacky with it. It's wacky.
Yeah, have you guys seen the way that Alex Ross drew Shazam?
Yeah,
my
those
God, dude.
And the way he portrayed.
Yeah.
Portrayed them. Wow, did he write those? I don't remember if he wrote those big books.
No, I think it was Mark Wade. I think they wrote that.
Okay.
But they screwed this up. Shazam.
There you go, good Austin. #Shazam. They fucked up my boy Billy.
Yeah, Billy Boy.
Shazam. It's like Gomer Pyle,
It is Gomer Pyle, dude. Seriously.
Another one. Go Google Gomer Pyle. That's Shazam.
Goalie.
Charge. Okay. Well, I think we had enough talk on Shazam. Unless you want to do some more.
Just one question here for the chatter for you, Necron, which I haven't read it. Was Jeff Johns' Shazam more serious in this?
Yes.
He had the hood, right? He had a hood, I think.
Yeah, no, it was more serious. You know, a good Shazam story from like I think the late 2000s is a miniseries called The Trials of Shazam.
Uh-huh.
They should have based it on that. That's a killer story. Because
Yeah.
I forget what it is, but I think Freddy has the become the main, Shazam,
Mm-hmm.
but he has to go through these trials. And like each issue is it's like I think it was 12 issues, and each one, is a trial. And that was great. They should have
Oh,
based it
that
on
sounds
something.
good. I like
Yeah.
I like the premise of that.
Yeah, and he was of course fighting like magical entities and all that stuff, demons and things like that. It was a good story. That would have been perfect for it. The Trials of Shazam.
Another one is The Power of Shazam by Jerry Ordway. I thought he did a really good run on.
Oh, I remember that
remember
one.
that
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
90s? That was pretty serious run, but it was just good superhero comics. You know what I mean? It wasn't wacky. It
No.
is wacky.
The Trials of Shazam's deadly serious, and
Yeah.
it's not wacky. It's not like, oh, hey, it's big, and the greatest American hero combined into one.
Yeah. Hey, Good Austin, shout out. You do fantastic work, Good Austin. I know I'm keeping you busy lately.
Oh yeah, part of the cool table. Good, awesome.
Yeah,
Good to see you
he's
here.
great, man. I call him Q now because he's always has a different gadget for all of us, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. You're keeping them busy. I see. That's good.
Oh yeah, well he's gonna do a Dreamwalker 3 trailer for the comic book.
Oh,
Gonna
nice.
have him do that. So I should announce that Noel Leon Flores is gonna do a shirt for the Cell campaign for charity. So
Oh, is that going to be the next? Well, I guess that's
Yeah.
up the sky, but I'm pretty sure that's.
Yeah, it's the next one. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and talk about this.
Let's
The
go for
trending
it.
event is this Saturday.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I should go ahead and announce that Sky is going to be on the front page of Ink19.com about the Cell event, and so the writer was telling me that she's trying to schedule it to drop on trending day. So how awesome would that be? We got Alicia on the cover of comic.movie.com. We're gonna have Sky on the cover of Ink19.com.
Now,
we're going places.
So we got things going on here like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Guy, he is like our what can we call him? Our celebrity for the Cell movement, right? I mean,
yeah. Look,
he's the face of it. He created
he's the face
it.
of it. Yeah, exactly.
And of course he has the Trinity to back him up. He has Leon and Sammy there too, Snyder Queen backing them up. But this is great news to hear that Sky is going to be on the cover of Ink magazine.
Yeah, Ink 19.
Ink 19. I'm thinking of the damn tattoo one.
Oh.
But no, Ink 19. So what is that like? Kind of a.
Well, Ink 19 is actually a mainstream site. They cover film and music. They're not really a comic book site, which is great, I think, for the movement.
Yes.
They get coverage in a place that they normally don't get coverage in. They do a lot of articles on grindhouse stuff, on horror films as well. And Sky is gonna find himself in there. So it's just really great to see.
Man, I love to hear it. Sky is super cool, dude. Super nice. Super humble, even though a lot of people like to portray him that he's not. Sky is very humble.
Oh, about as humble as it gets, man. That dude is very humble.
And well deserved.
Yeah.
That he gets this attention because it was his ideal. He came up with it.
Mm-hmm. And he really put this on the table like no one had ever even thought about it, Then now
the Cell movement? No.
Oh hell yeah. Now that Amazon bought Cape Crusader, it just makes you wonder, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, it is possible,
Now, oh, it's animation. No, it's not just animation. Cape Crusader is a sequel to, right? The animated series, like it kind of ties into that or something.
Well, it does. It does, yeah, and not only that, but J.J. Abrams and Matt Reeves are producing the show. I mean, Bruce Timm is back. I mean,
That show was huge. That was like
Yeah.
one of the best things in the 90s for superhero stuff,
Yeah.
the animated series.
You put it out there, Necron. Ask people what excites you more, the Batman 2 or Batman Cape Crusader, man. You know, if only Kevin Conroy was still alive, right? That's the only sad part about all this, you know.
That would be hashtag full circle right there.
Oh yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yep. So we got some exciting things going on in Still Nation, Mikeyverse, Cool Table, Trinity. We're getting so many hashtags; it's hard to keep up with everything going on. That's what happens when you're on fire, right?
It's great to see so many of us like get all these accomplishments lately, and
yes,
you know, we're a busy crew here. We do things, you know, the syndicate. There you go.
Oh yeah, that's the latest one. It kind of just takes everything, puts under one umbrella, the syndicate.
And pretty soon, you know, I'll be starting my own production outfit and get you guys on board. And yeah, we have so many.
Now that was just a bomb. If y'all didn't realize that, what, can you repeat that?
No, you'll have more information on that soon enough.
So, if you did catch it, rewind. I don't know, but we'll full circle. Hashtag full circle. But we need to say again, big time. Saturday is the next trending event for sell ZSJL to Netflix, sell Snyderverse to Netflix. Make sure you get them right, get the spelling right, and trend that. It's on Saturday. You ain't got no excuse like on Valentine's Day. Oh, gotta get something for my wife, or she's gonna kick me out. None of that. That's going. It's on Saturday, and even if you got a shift, I know you go and take your smoking and bathroom breaks. So do it when you're in the can or whatever. Just get that hashtag out there. Let's go, man. We got to get it rolling. Because Zack gave us. Literally, Zack came and just poured, gasoline on the fire that was already raging out of control.
Yeah. With this, oh my God, this is brilliant.
This guy's getting ready to put out Rebel Moon, but hey, you know what? Here's Darkseid with an incoming transmission, to save the dates. Insane.
But he's gotten over it, right? I mean, he's moved on. He's no longer interested.
Oh. First sign, when you see a man speaking for another man, that's a bad sign. So
right. Totally.
Unless we hear it from Zack's mouth, I ain't believing a damn thing, especially from James's mouth. Pump the brakes,
It reminds me of a guy I knew in college, Necron. This guy said no one was speaking. He was speaking for himself. No, that's a difference. But he said, "I hate Star Trek. I hate it." And
okay.
I go to his house, dude. He's got every single fucking Star Trek movie on every format you can imagine.
What the hell?
He's got every episode of every show. You get the biggest Star Trek collection I've ever seen in my fucking life. And he goes, "I hate Star Trek." Like you said you hate Star Trek. Well, why do you have all this? Well, I watched it just so I could rank on it. Like, oh, come on.
That's bullshit. You're spending money. You're spending money on stuff you dislike.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Because back then it wasn't cool to like Star Trek, so
No, I can attest to that. Yeah. But hey, I didn't care. I loved Star Trek when I was a kid. There wasn't much to watch, right? Sci-fi wise. I mean, what do we have? Lost in Space, Star Trek, The Outer Limits.
Yeah, but it was very like few things. Manimal.
Manimal. $6 billion man or $6 million man.
I watched that. I watched Bionic Woman. God, I bet. Woman. Do you remember a show called Cliffhangers?
Oh, I do remember that.
It had those different.
Always left with a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Were they different stories? Like
different stories? Yeah.
Yeah.
They had one that was like a 30 serial type of thing. Susan Anton was in one of them as like a detective or something. It was it lasted one season, I think. I still remember it. That's all we had, dude.
Yeah, we didn't have. I mean, until like Star Wars came along in '77, it was
Yeah.
that's what we were regulated to was Star Trek and Lost in Space and stuff like that. And
The show I love was Battlestar Galactica, the original. Sea Night
Mikey,
Rebel special effects.
do you remember? Because I know you're as old as me.
Yeah.
Watching the premiere, and then Ronald Reagan came in and talked for like an hour and a half, and everybody was all pissed off because
Yeah, I remember that. I remember.
I was like, "Oh, I see you in the Battlestar Galactica. What is this shit? Shut up, Reagan."
Oh man.
Yeah, that's something these modern people don't even understand. That back in the day, the presidents used to come on TV a lot more,
Yeah. Yep.
and it was prime time. So if you
Prime
had something
time.
you wanted to watch, it was getting pushed back.
Every channel had them on. Every
Yeah.
single channel. You knew
It
them
wasn't
there.
like now, you can carry it if you want. We don't care.
No. No.
Now they try to
And
hide
so-
from getting on big long interviews.
I
Oh,
collected
UFO.
everything.
That was
UFO
a
guy,
good
remember that too.
Oh, of course, V.
V was a bomb, man. The mini.
Yeah, the original miniseries that came out in the '80s. Not Reagan, Jimmy Carter on the Camp David Accords. You're right, because Reagan was later.
Yes,
it was
they were-
Jimmy.
It was Jimmy Carter. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you. Someone.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how old that is.
Good memory, man.
Yeah, I was like blaming Reagan.
Look,
All suicidal tendencies style.
Captain America in the motorcycle helmet. He had a van, and he was like a painter.
Had the wings painted on the whole motorcycle.
Oh my
helmet.
god, dude!
So bad.
I'm Facebook friends with that actor, Brad Brown.
Are you serious?
I'm
Wow.
serious. And I was one of the few people that saw the Doctor Strange movie on CBS back in '78. It was only shown
I remember that
once,
one. One time, right?
One time, that's it. It was only shown one time.
It was
Like,
even
like-
hard to track down on VHS, like bootleg copies too.
That's out there, and then there's the what else? Oh, the Star Wars Holiday Special that was only on one time, right?
Yeah,
and
one time.
Let's not forget the God, what was it called? That live action Super Friends show, like really goofy. It had Hawkman. His wings were like
Adam
a rug.
West Batman.
Yeah, Adam West Batman
and
was
Burt
there.
Ward. Yeah.
Burt Ward. You had Green Lantern, the goofy outfit. That show was wacky.
That might unfortunately be, what someone wants to modernize. That's going to be terrifying. If that's
Keep away from
the
James Gunn, man. Keep away from James Gunn.
something of the superheroes or something like
Challenge
that.
of the Superheroes or something like that.
Challenge of the superhero or the Super Friends? Was it? I don't
It
remember.
was,
Yes.
it was superheroes. They couldn't use Super Friends.
Yeah. 'Cause
It was bad. It had the Atom in there. But I will say this: that show got me into the Huntress. They had the Huntress on there. It was still a brand new character.
Well, and I was such a little kid, I kind of didn't catch that it was supposed to be silly. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, cool. Batman and Robin, the Superman, the
that's all we
Flash.
had, right? That's all we
Yeah.
had. I mean, we were lucky to have that one. So, well, let's go ahead and start talking about all the horror shows we used to watch back then.
Yes, let's do that because that's a perfect transition.
I love Night Stalker.
Yeah,
Night Stalker.
Kojak the Night Stalker was badass.
Yeah.
As Veridix is saying here, after the Planet of Apes, I was 12 when it aired, and it was scary for me at the time.
Yeah, it was.
My favorite Kojak episode was the werewolf. Obviously, I love werewolves.
Yeah.
Was the werewolf loose on the cruise? Remember that?
Yeah. Remember that?
Him slinging down things and sliding. The werewolf. That was one of my favorite ones.
Legends of the Superheroes. That was the show.
Legends of the Superheroes. Thank you.
Which was on HBO. It was on DC Universe when I'm not sure if it's on HBO Max. It was on DC Universe for a while there.
Man, I wish they would have kept that DC Universe app. It was good.
It was a Swamp Thing I like,
Swamp Thing, yeah.
Yeah, Kolchak inspired the X-Files, and wasn't the first episode of Kolchak had the vampire? I remember.
I believe so.
I believe it had that the blood and everything, the bottles of blood. I remember that. That was a really good show. You know what scared me as a kid, Necron? Was a
Which
show
one?
called Night Gallery.
Now, Night was Night Gallery the Rod Serling?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
And did it use the same guy from Twilight Zone to do or was it
Yeah.
another actor or
No,
host?
Rod Serling was the one who was the host.
Okay.
And did the narration for the anthology show. I think it was in the mid 70s. There was a show. There was an episode involving those hobby horses that creeped me out as a kid, and I've never seen it since. I don't want to. That might be ruined for me now. But as a kid, though, it scared. Yeah, but I saw reruns then because I definitely wasn't watching it.
Syndicated, yeah, later.
Yeah, syndicated later on. But that was a creepy one for me as a kid. But also, there were some TV movies that came out. Do you remember a Trilogy of Terror?
Yes, that damn puppet.
Damn puppet! Oh my god!
It was relentless.
That's a TV movie. You know, like looking back, like holy shit. You know, the special effects are pretty good for that for a TV.
Wasn't bad for a TV movie from the 70s.
No. Karen Black.
I never wanted
Karen Black was the one that was in. Yeah.
I never wanted a doll with a spear after that for a long time. I was like, oh, I can come alive like that movie.
Scary puppet, man. You know, I got Karen Black. She made that whole thing work. If you really believe that whole thing
you
was
have
real.
to sell it. Yeah,
like she sold it, man, because her acting was sensational. The little TV movie. There was that.
See socks too, man. The puppet scared the hell out of me.
It did. First, that puppet looked scary anyway. The design of that puppet, it looked creepy.
Socks just dropped the bomb. Salem's Lot, the TV movie.
Oh my god. Okay.
That was scary.
The scene with the vampire knocking on the window, right? Of his brother, I think. That is one of the scariest scenes ever. Okay.
The Mist, too.
The Mist, yeah, there you go, man. Dude, as a kid, that creeped me out, dude. You know, great one, Socks. Great one.
And the main vampire, he was just, so Nosferatu looking. He was, not one of these attractive, he was just very.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is way modern, but if you ever get a chance, or if you did watch it, The Strain is a really good vampire series too that came out.
I heard of it. I never got a chance to see it.
Yeah, if you can find it on syndication, it's really good.
Who is the? There is a name attached to that show.
Yeah, Guillermo.
Is it Del Toro?
Yeah,
Guillermo Del Toro.
Yes, he was a producer.
Okay.
And the vampires, there's a little twist that the tongue would extend and then they get you with the tip of the tongue, have like teeth and.
That's the Filipino vampire.
Oh.
That's in Filipino. That's in Dreamwalker 3. That's right. I said that's the.
There you go.
Alice pulls the tongue out. That's their vampires have long tongues. Yeah.
Wow. I think you'll like The Mist. It's
okay. I gotta check it out then.
Yeah. First season's on fire. Second season's pretty cool, but I think they kind of like decide they're going to stop it in the second season, so it gets a little rushed to tie the story up. But that first season is great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever saw Asylum. I'll have to look it up, see if I saw that one.
Asylum?
Yeah.
I think I only heard of that one. I don't remember it.
I have a name to throw out to you. Let's scare.
Salem's Lot was 2-part TV.
That
movie.
Was, yeah.
Yeah, I remember it was 2-night event.
I have a name. See if it'll ring a bell. Let's Scare Jessica to Death. That was like from the 70s.
I remember that name.
Yeah, that was another creepy one. I had no idea who Stephen King was when I saw Salem's Lot. It was years later discovered, that's Stephen King. Like, oh wow, okay, no wonder it's so creepy,
Yeah, Mikey, 70s and 80s, Stephen King was like the man. Yeah, he was very mainstream. There's not a lot to me. It seems like there's not a lot of like mainstream horror like writers. Like
No.
maybe I'm just not in the loop, but like back then it was a big deal. Like
You the thing is, you didn't have to read books to become familiar with them because their names are everywhere. Clive Barker was
yeah,
one of my influences. But back
Books of
back
Blood,
then,
those were
yeah.
great.
Oh God, I love Books of Blood, man.
Books of
Those
Blood
are
rule.
awesome. I read that and the Damnation Game. Read that one as well. Um, Clive Barker was a huge influence. I mean, Stephen King was as well. The first book I ever read was Night Shift, which
Oh, really?
Skywalker. That's really where I get our name from. Was because Night Shift, Stephen King anthology, was where I got that.
Sky
First
wants
book I
to
ever
know
read.
what did I miss? Sky, we discussed your trending event on 318.
Yeah,
We talked a little about Zack's cryptic message from
yeah,
Justice Con, and now
yeah,
we're talking about horror movies. So we still got more to go.
yeah, yeah. And
The
so,
Shining, that was a good movie.
yeah, especially the full frontal nudity. Hey man, you know you're that movie came out when I was 12. Okay, so I was like, whoa, hello.
Oh, Shining was fucking for a kid. That's creepy as hell,
That's a
dude.
creepy as hell movie.
That old lady in that room not to go in and all that.
Oh,
Don't
speaking
go
of,
in. What room was it? 60. I don't
oh god,
remember.
that's right. Red rum.
Yeah. And those creepy twins, those ghost twins.
Oh, that's still the scariest shit ever, man. Those creepy twins.
Yeah. I mean, what a I know we're talking about TV, but this movie's too good not to talk about. What a performance by Jack Nicholson in that movie too, and Shelley Duvall.
Oh god, just the atmosphere of that movie of being isolated, you know, in the snow and everything, and that kind of creeping dread, you know.
Dude, the dread just builds and
Oh
builds
yeah,
and
Bill.
builds, and then the music too. Bomb, 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 bomb.
How
60,
about this, Necron? How about watching
66.
horror movies on TV for the first time? Because before VCRs, and if you didn't
Mm-hmm.
have cable, 'cause I didn't have cable for a while there, dude. One of the scariest movies I ever saw was Night of the Living Dead, the original, George Romero, black
There
and
you go.
white,
237.
237.
Yeah.
Man, that Night of the Living Dead scared the hell out of me, man.
Yeah, because we had things like Project Terror. Did you watch that? That was
No, I
syndicated
didn't
horror
see
movie.
that.
Yeah, it was like syndicated horror movies, and it would come on like Friday nights on my channel, like late. And then we had Creature Feature in the daytime on
Creature
Saturday.
Feature, dude. I used to watch Creature Features, dude.
You remember that animation?
Oh yeah,
Like,
dude.
yeah,
I love that show, man.
yeah, dude. I would watch all type, and they would show all those crazy like
Uh,
Italian horror movies that you would never knew
yeah.
of and all that. Paul Nasty, the werewolf guy fighting werewolf women and Frankenstein and all that stuff. It's great, man.
Well, I grew up on Hammer horror films.
Oh, Chris Lee, dude, to the day is the best
Oh god,
Dracula.
man.
Nope.
Beautifully filmed and stuff.
Beautifully filmed, big
Yeah.
productions.
Yeah.
Like they inside the castles were always
Yeah.
huge, and towns, and costumed. I miss that type of stuff sometimes.
Those buxom women and stuff.
Are you talking about Twins of Evil? That was a
Oh,
great
there
one.
you go.
Dude.
There you go. Oh yeah, man. There's some nice twins there.
Yeah. Kick Axel.
I love the hammer.
And remember the
show.
ads they would have? These twins suck. Your blood.
Well, hey man, since we're talking about twins, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. I love Elvira.
I got a story for Elvira because
really?
it's nothing amazing, but how we used to have our own channel called it was like Channel 5 here in San Antonio, and they would have their own horror host produced locally, and so it was a Grim Reaper, and he would tell like terrible jokes and all that, and it was fun, and we were looking forward to it. So it used to come on. I remember Saturday right after the news, right on Saturday nights. Well, me and my brother are like, all right, it's time for the Grim Reaper, and we turn it on. All of a sudden, it's something else. And we see these candles in the mist, and then Elvira comes walking through the door. So you get, these young teenage boys are like, what? What is this? That's not the Grim Reaper. I still remember me and my brother looking at each other with that face, like, what?
Oh man. First time I saw it at bar, I was like, "Oh my god, who is this?" Like, wow, you know.
Oh yeah, I've been a fan, since I buy
Awesome.
her comics, figures, books, movies, whatever. I got posters up on my wall. I can't see them, but
You know,
yes.
I regret not meeting her. She was in Seattle about a year or 2 years ago, and I didn't go, and I really regret not seeing her. I should have.
Oh yeah, because who knows how much longer she's going to do it?
Yeah, I know. She still looks great, by the way, for her age. She looks
Oh,
fantastic.
she can dress up as Elvira now, and it's
Oh God, wow.
I'm cool. That's awesome. There's another one that doesn't get talked about much from Hammer, Vampire Circus.
Love that. Anything Vampire and Hammer, by the way. They're all so
You got a winning combination.
Yeah, yeah. And again, influence on me. By the way, apparently The Exorcist was the first movie I ever saw. So I was told in the theater. Like, that it shocks me that film was made by major studio, and it's like
it is shocking what they did with it.
They would never make that now. The way that was with a crucifix, and then I would not fly.
Isn't it weird how we got more conservative?
How is that possible?
20, 30, 50 years later, we're more conservative. What is going on? They're banning books and I'm like,
it's insane.
We got it. I mean, I'm not going to get political on my show, but some of this stuff is out of control. We're losing rights. We're losing rights, man. That's what this stuff leads to.
Insane, and like looking back on The Exorcist, like, my God, that film would get canceled today. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they wouldn't do that.
They wouldn't do that.
All that blasphemy in it.
Oh God,
Oh no, we'll be offending too many
my
people.
God, I'm offended. Trigger warning.
Trigger.
Wussies,
And it's such a great. I mean, it's a great movie too.
Yeah.
On top of it being freaky and scary. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to watch it today and say that's fake, blah blah blah. But you got to put it in perspective when it was made. But the concept still scary.
Oh, it's so scary. And
can
you imagine like pitching that to a studio today? Well, it's about a minor girl who gets possessed by the devil.
And tries to seduce the priest trying to do the exorcisms and blasphemies.
You can leave now.
Get out of here. That's not going to make money.
The pitch would not last 5 minutes. It's based on the book as well, right?
Mm-hmm. What was the other one with the baby? Rosemary's Baby. That was another good one.
Creepy film.
Mm-hmm.
Creepy film.
See, that's why I mean this is why I love that you're doing Dreamwalker, because you have these influences and you understand all that stuff. So it's going to be a.
Well, it's like when I was writing issue 2. Look, I have 3 sisters who committed suicide. That's pretty edgy shit,
Oh,
to me, it's very early 70s horror, where you just don't hold back. It's horror. You don't hold back on horror,
Well, remember we went through that era of all these PG-13 horror movies. And that's when I kind of stopped watching horror movies. Like, I really don't want to see a PG-13 horror movie.
It shouldn't be a PG-13.
Either you're going to go, you're going to go for an Augusto or don't even go,
Don't even go. Yeah, don't half-ass it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, who wants to watch a PG-13 psychological thriller?
But I will say this, Necron, that Poltergeist was PG. That's one of the scariest films ever made.
That is an exception to the rule.
Exception to the rule. But I think Spielberg got away with that one, dude. I think his clout in Hollywood, like, come on, guys, give me a PG on this, okay, please? Because that movie had graphic violence. He had people smoking
I think
pot.
being Steven Spielberg, they gave him a little more leeway with.
They gave him a lot of leeway for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Now check this out. I remember this vividly, Necron. In around 82 or so, he did say that he did cut like a minute or 2 from the film. Like, well, where's that footage now? I want to see what that was.
Holy, can you imagine?
Like, what was that then? Was there like a more blood that we didn't see? I mean,
I mean, to get it trimmed down because that was before PG-13, correct?
Before PG,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, he caught PG-13 with Temple of Doom and Gremlins 2 years later. But what was,
Gremlins, that's another good one.
But how did Poltergeist get a PG rating? I mean, I remember I saw that in a crowded theater, and
that was a big hit.
It was a big hit. 82, 82. What a year, dude! What a year! You had Creep Show. You had the Road Warrior. You had the Road. We had the Thing. Oh my god! Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. Blade Runner. Cool gear, man.
I need to. Maybe that will be one of our shows, Mikey. We'll just do 1982.
82. That's several shows right there. There's so many great things from 82. You look at the comic books that came out 82. Frank Miller was on Daredevil. John Byrne was on Fantastic Four. New Teen Titans with Perez and Wolfman. I mean, my God,
And the music.
The music. Give me sure the music.
Great metal and even great pop music.
Everything was good about 82. It's just wow.
Sky saying, "Yeah, y'all old."
Yeah, we are old, Sky. Yeah.
Well, we are. You can't help it. And you will be one day too.
I'll never forget seeing The Thing in the theater with.
Dude, The Thing. I wasn't like scared. I was just weirded. Like, wow, that's weird.
Oh, the blood testing.
Yeah.
But all these macho GIs, they were talking before the film started, like, this film's not going to scare me, fuck this shit. It's not that scary. Come on, man. They're all like,
the jump scares, I'll say, are.
Well, when that blood scene, that blood test scene, they were screaming, yelling, and shit, and I was laughing my ass off, right? Like, I could not stop laughing. Like, oh, you macho dudes, yeah, right, bullshit.
Yeah. You can fight the enemies, but this movie got you screaming like girls in the audience, man. Ah! Yeah, The Thing, dude. Well, remember when they were trying to do trying to pump his heart again?
Oh
it
God!
Just goes through his chest, and the teeth just bite his arms off.
Oh God, that was.
What did I just see?
God, Rob Botton's special
Rob
effects.
Botton. Yeah,
incredible, man.
Him and Savini, they were the kings, man.
Oh man,
at that time period.
I love Savini. You ever see?
Then we lost him for a sec. He'll be back.
Played Savini was a killer in Maniac. Which, by the way, is where the song was inspired by the movie Maniac. The Flashdance song was inspired by the film Maniac.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. Michael Cimbello.
That cop? That killer cop thing?
So, Michael Cimbello had seen Maniac and made a song about it, which just became the song for Flashdance. So,
I had no idea that's inspired that song. That's great.
Like, you know what I miss, Necron? I miss going to the video store and renting these very edgy horror films, and they make you feel like you're grown up, right? Like, yeah. So, like
I mean that used to be like I would go all over town trying to find like the most insane horror movies, from different video stores.
Yeah. Well, whenever we went to the video store, I didn't rent like the top 40 films. I already saw those in theaters, right?
Mm-hmm.
I already saw E.T. and all. I already went to the theater in Tron. But if I want to go to the video store,
you were going to see shit. Mm-hmm.
Fangoria shit, right? I mean, so, and I felt like a man, like, yeah, I wanna. So,
I know exactly.
I ran. I Spit on Your Grave, the original. I Spit on Your Grave, which is really hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
Kids should not be watching that movie. I saw it when I was 16.
And here we are renting them, right? And they didn't even care in the video stores. You get a rent,
whatever, we're a kid.
Yeah,
you look $5.
Yeah, you got facial hair. You can rent this.
So yeah, we saw that, and Oh God, not a horror film, but I saw Clockwork Orange when I was 12. We rented Stanley Kubrick. Uh,
Yes.
and okay, let me throw some names back at you now. See if you remember.
Okay.
I Dismember Mama.
I just remember Mama. I don't. You might got me on that one. I don't think I remember. I just remember Mama. Oh,
Um,
here's a good one. The Faces of Death. All those. I remember
I have a
those.
story on that in a second. Um, so I Spit on Your Grave. I Dismember Mama. Driller Killer.
Jorko, yes.
Yep,
Oh yeah.
remember that. God, what was it? The Fan. God, there was.
I would try to get all that Fushi stuff from
Oh God, yeah.
anything like the Gates
I
of
love the
Hell,
Italian
Zombie.
stuff. The Italian stuff, like Dario Argento, Suspiria.
Oh, Suspiria's.
Oh God, man.
That's a slow burn too. Because once it
Yeah.
ends, dude, like whoa, it's intense. Intense.
Okay, so Faces of Death. I was in the Philippines when we watched those movies. Those were really dark. I mean, yeah, but there was one Necron. It wasn't Faces of Death. It was the sex version of it. And I think it was called Faces of Sex. I think it was called something like that. It was
That kind of sounds like.
but it's just weird sexual stuff, right? And
Uh-huh.
so my brother-in-law and I are watching this, and
The
this
Faces.
is pre-internet, right? So all this stuff was shocking.
Yeah.
Like
I would.
so there's this dude in a diaper. Like, what the fuck is this? We're watching dude in a diaper, man. Like he's like getting it on. Like, what the we're watching? It's like it felt dangerous when you rented these videos. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
It just felt really dangerous. Like
you were
it's
doing
forbidden.
like you kind of felt like you were doing something you shouldn't be doing.
Exactly, it's forbidden, right? When you're an adolescent.
The forbidden fruit.
Forbidden fruit, right? Yeah.
Oh shit, we got Fraser in the fucking chat. What's up, Fraser? Fraser's usually on the metal shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know what you mean, man. Some of those, like, oh, can I be watching this? Like Cannibal
Face of
Holocaust
Death
or something like that.
Oh God, dude, yeah.
That one's rough watch too, by the way. Damn.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff back then. Like you can go to the video store and just rent it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had the money, you could rent it. It was. Well, do you remember too? Like, they really enforce the R-rated thing if you were just like close enough to the age. I remember
I never got carded. So
yeah, I never did either. Even like as long as you looked the age or close to it, they didn't care.
It helps that I've been 6.
Okay, yeah, because I mean I could go buy tickets. I've maybe been like 15, 14. Here you go, kid. Whatever.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, I've been 6 feet tall for a very long time, so it's never a question.
Oh yeah. I wasn't short, so that helped too. Mikey, what is your height again? You're pretty tall, right?
I'm 6'2".
6'2". Okay, I'm 6'1".
We're both pretty tall,
Yeah. So
when I was in the Philippines, I kind of was a giant.
I bet.
Yeah.
Everybody wants you to play basketball on their team.
Yeah, there you go.
And just stand there and lay it up.
So I got some before I head on out here. I got some more obscure horror TV to throw at you. See if you remember.
Okay, yeah, we gotta get to our Marvel scoop. So
yeah, Dark Room was one.
Dark Room, yeah,
like lasted one season, I believe. Tales from the Dark Side, you know that one.
Of course, yeah, that's classic. Monsters.
Monsters, that's a great show.
Monsters anthology, great.
Yeah, my friend Lydia Cornell was on that show. So
Monsters was pretty gory too for a TV.
For a syndicated show, that was pretty gory as well.
Yes.
The Friday the 13th show was pretty good too.
Yeah, and I remember a lot of people were confused because Friday 13th really didn't have anything to do with Jason. It was like getting back those evil antiques that they had the kids had to get back, right?
Yeah.
And then one of my favorites, you know, it's cheesy as hell, is Freddy's Nightmares. And here, and I'll show you
Yes,
a
yes.
quick clip why Freddy's Nightmares was so
Okay.
cheesy.
Awesome.
Just shit like that. He always had his gloves rigged up with different weapons and all that.
New Seventh The Hitcher was great. I remember that show.
The Hitcher, yeah. Oh, Werewolf. We talked a little about that last
Werewolf was
time.
great. Yeah. Oh God,
Great
Ghost
werewolf.
Story. Yeah,
Ghost Story, yeah.
it was a good film. Yeah, pretty graphic sex scene too, by the way. Not sure if you remember. Um, it had the actress who played the Borg Queen. She was on in Ghost Story, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. You should watch it again.
I will have
good
to check
film.
that out.
Well, let me drop my MCU bomb before we head on out of here.
Yes, sir. We got some. This is, I'm sure, like a lot of people are in here. They want to hear this MCU news. So, Marvel hard news.
Midnight Suns, which I've been scooping for a while now. Okay.
You sure have.
So Midnight Suns will include in the lineup, and it'll include Moon Knight, Man Thing, John Bernthal's the Punisher. He's the most grounded character of the bunch.
Oh, damn. So he will be in it.
Ghost Rider, Blade.
Oh.
Okay. I am hearing a few things about this project. Okay. Number one, Ghost Rider is going to get his own Disney Plus special. Okay, to go along with Man Thing, and he's going to have a special, and the Werewolf by Night, which kickstarted this whole thing.
I love that Werewolf by Night. That was great.
So what I'm hearing, Necron, is that Doctor Strange 3, okay, will have the Midnight Suns in the film.
Even the Punisher?
Even the Punisher. So that might...
Oh, we lost you for a second.
That might be the formation of Midnight Suns that I heard that Doctor Strange 3 is going to basically lead into Midnight Suns movie. Okay.
Now, is this going to be a movie or a TV show? I didn't hear you.
No, it's a film.
Midnight Suns, the film?
Yeah. The theatrical film.
So let me get the... okay, we got the Punisher. We got the Ghost
Moon
Rider.
Knight. Yeah.
Moon Knight. Did you say Man Thing?
Yeah, Man Thing's going to be in it.
And Werewolf by Night?
Blade.
And Blade. So,
yeah.
Wow, that's stacked.
And so what I'm hearing is that Doctor Strange 3 is going to have their first appearance together as a group. There might be more members added. That's who I'm hearing for now. But what I'm also hearing are potential directors. Okay.
Oh.
Now, one director I am hearing that is on their list of people to direct this film is Sam Raimi.
I think he would be right up Sam's alley.
Yeah, Sin Havoc. Yeah, I forgot to mention Elsa Bloodstone is going to be in here.
Who again? I'm sorry.
Elsa Bloodstone. She was in Werewolf by Night.
Oh, okay, yes.
She's the reason why it's SUNS instead of SONS. Sons. There's a female on the team. Now I'm hearing that Sam Raimi is going to direct this. Well, actually, he's on the list to direct this film. But I'm also hearing Necron is an R-rated film.
Oh.
Not only that, but the big bad is Mephisto.
They're finally doing it.
Yeah, fine, yeah. So.
Wow.
There's a bomb. Boom.
That's a mega bomb, chat. Y'all better be clapping. Midnight Suns lineup from...
I figured the perfect place to drop this is, Pandora's box. So
yeah, we focus on the more, darker things.
Exactly.
Of it all.
Yeah. Every show I'm on has a certain niche, and I figured Pandora's box is where my horror stuff. I'll be focusing my horror stuff on Pandora's box. So
I appreciate it. I think it's a good fit too from doing on Pandora's box. But that's a mega bomb. Wow.
You guys are
I'm so
blown it.
Yeah, I'm a little like, whoa, because
But aren't you guys more excited about Gunn doing Superman Legacy? No.
oh yeah. Who was Midnight Suns? But Superman Legacy by James Gunn. I can't wait.
Yeah, I think I'll pass
No.
on the wacky. I'll pass on the wacky. No.
The wacky verse can stay over there. I mean, this is why Marvel's winning.
Yeah, they'll continue to win. So next week on Pandora's Box, I'm gonna have a little bit of information on the Ghost Rider show.
Awesome. I cannot wait. And so this will be a totally new casted Ghost Rider, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it won't be Nicolas Cage. It won't be the guy who played Robbie Reyes on Against the Shield. It'll be Johnny Blaze. It's Johnny Blaze. So
it is Johnny Blaze. Okay,
yeah.
That's cool. Hey, is there any more news on a Tomb of Dracula?
That is still in development. That's still gonna happen.
Because I could see him as a big bad against the Suns.
Yeah,
Midnight Suns as
coming.
well. Oh, I love Marvel Dracula. He rules.
Oh, I love the comic book Tomb of Dracula by Wolfman and Gene Colan.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Great run, man. Yeah. All right, man. Well, we got one guy saying this show is the GOAT.
Awesome. Thank you, R. Dykes.
Thank you, R. Dykes. 47. I appreciate that comment. I'm excited, Mikey. That's some major news right there.
Yeah, there's more. Wait till I get more details on Ghost Rider. I'll drop here on Pandora's Box.
So it's kind of looking like Marvel horror is a thing. It's going to be a new, it's probably a whole new section of the Marvel universe we can go into.
It's a whole new section that you and I will definitely delve into. But it's also kind of like their R-rated branch.
Yeah, well, they need that.
Franchise outside of Deadpool. Yeah, but it's still going to be an Ironheart, yes.
And just to confirm, Punisher is not going to be watered down. He's still going to be the Punisher.
Still the Punisher, yeah. I mean, John Bernthal said himself he would not come back if they watered him down. So
now he's in the Midnight Suns.
Midnight Suns, and look, the guy they hired to direct the first Daredevil Born Again episode is the guy who directed the first episode of Dexter. Okay, this is come on.
Yeah,
it won't be wacky.
It will not be a part of the wacky verse.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, awesome, Mikey. Man, this was fun. I had a good time, man.
I had a great time, man. It's awesome.
Getting to talk about cool old stuff and some new stuff.
Yeah, a little bit
old. Like Sky, we're like Sky. We're vintage. We're not old. We're vintage.
Yeah, we're vintage, man. We're classic, dude. We're classic.
That's great. All right, dude. Well,
thank you guys.
Thank you, chat. Thanks for listening. Again, like and share the video, and let's get I got plenty of metalheads for Witching Hour, but I need some more of y'all over here for Pandora's Box and stuff like that.
Awesome.
Because I'm almost at 500 subs. I think I'm about like 75 or so away from it. So
well, let's get you to 500, man. I tell you
what.
Yeah,
that'll be the goal. The 500.
That's the goal. Next episode, get to 500. And our next goal to get you to 1,000 likes.
Yeah.
1,000 subscribers, I mean. We'll get
That's
there.
Awesome. We're getting there. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. We are out.
See you guys.
Be careful when you open the boxes. You don't know what you'll get. All right. I'll talk to y'all later.
See you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.